Playing small does nothing for anyone besides your enemies. If you really knew the amount of dark forces that are against you becoming exactly who God called you to be and to do exactly what God called you to do. And I get that the reality of how many forces are against you is what allows some of us to give up too early, to throw in the towel, or to lose our identity in it by thinking that we're not worthy or we're not enough of what God has called us to do, create, to be, to build. And it's like, I've been on this journey with God for a minute now. And one thing I'm very conscious of is how real our God is, how spiritual this walk is that we are out here figuring out, and how real the darkness is, okay? And I need my brothers and sisters to be very conscious of the fact that there are forces out here that want to stop you and block you from becoming exactly what you are called to be. I won't get too deep into that part, but what I will say is that I have witnessed the darkness win, conquer the lives of people who feel like it's just too tough to hold on, like you can't grasp the light of this lifetime because the darkness has been so heavy for time over time. And I get it, but what I need you to know is the more you dwell in the darkness, the more you allow it to sit there and marinate in your life day by day by day. My life transformed when I changed my mornings by filling them with God as soon as I get up. Because the darkness is so used to, the enemy is so used to you having a certain routine. When you in the world, when you doing what you want to do, the enemy toys with your day as soon as you wake up. As soon as you wake up. And so the reality of it is you have to stay ahead of the enemy, stay ahead of the curve when it comes to the tactics of the enemy. Get up in the morning. It is very critical that you get up in the morning, that you allow God to take space in your morning so that he can fill your day with his presence, okay? But you have to be very intentional with a morning routine when it comes to this. You cannot get up in the morning and just do anything, eat anything, partake in anything, because at that point, who has the upper hand? And so I want us, if you're having a hard time, I want you to start there. Start by choosing a better day. If you're just looking for a better day to come to you, baby, you're going to be waiting a long time. You have to wake up and choose a better day. Even if something unfortunate happens along the day, you are choosing what you want to focus on. And if you focus on that one bad thing, then yeah, you're going to have a bad day. But if you decide to say, okay, this happens, but let me shake back, let me get my mind right, let me get my thoughts right, and let me move ahead of this with a positive attitude and focus on what is good. There are a lot of people out here who have allowed ourselves to drown in the darkness and the tactics of the enemy by choosing to partake in the temptations of it all. I would have to see. I wonder what book is it in. Okay, I'll post it. I'll edit it and post it in the bio because I'm not sure. But resist the enemy. Resist the enemy and he will flee from you. This is the word of the Bible, okay, of our Father. Resist the temptation. It takes a conscious thought process for you to choose better, for you to actively choose better actions, better thoughts. You can transmute your thoughts into positive thoughts. If the enemy says, oh, well, when you're not going to pass your test tomorrow, well, how about I do the best that I can? And if I pass my test, I'm going to pass my test. But if I don't pass my test, this is how I'm going to allow my thought process to be. This is how my study skills are going to change, because I recognize that I need to do better in this area if I feel like I'm already going to fail. So you learn to be proactive instead of reactive. And that was just an example by using it, failing an exam. But you have a choice. And I want us to rise up to the better choice. I want us to choose better. I want us to think better. I want us to be better. You have to. You have to. I love you, family. And a part of So Ugly Yet So Beautiful platform, we be honest about, we are honest about the struggles, about the ways in which we had to fall on our knees to get to God. But the beauty of it is the other side of when we begin to walk with God. Like, yes, there are some ugly emotions. Yes, there are some ugly pains. Yes, there are some ugly thoughts. Yes, there are some ugly actions. We have done some things that we're not proud of, and we ask for his forgiveness, and we recognize and we know. And this is something that I had to show myself so much compassion in this area. It's like, okay, you've only been following God for almost 4 years now. I'm 34. You know how many years I spent in darkness? For me and doing it my own way and choosing my own path and sleeping who I wanted to sleep with and doing what I wanted to do and taking things that were not mine. Like, So Ugly Yet So Beautiful is that just that. This walk is not always the prettiest, and we are very honest about the dark path, about the path that is more traveled. And now that we're on the path less traveled, we get to see the beauty in God and his creations and who he is and how he cares for us and how he loves us. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with y'all, because I understand how critical it is to grasp the light of each day, of each moment. I call them glimmers, the glimmers of day. You know, like we have those high moments of our day, and that's why I advocate for journaling, because journaling has literally transformed my life. It is literally a underrated version of mental health therapy, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I'm like maybe like 6 or 7 journals in now, so highly recommend writing. But I just wanted to share that with you guys today. I wasn't trying to do a long video because it's pretty plain and simple. Like, don't forget that you know how to swim. Or don't forget that you know how to walk. That was strange for me to say that, because I don't know how to swim. I'm like, girl, you don't even know how to swim. But if you know how to walk and you fall, are you going to forget that you know how to walk? If you know how to swim, if you jump in a swimming pool and you feel yourself kind of like going to the deep end, but you can't take it, are you going to swim to the other end, or are you going to allow yourself to drown? Don't forget that you know how to swim. Don't forget that you know how to walk. Don't forget that you know how to breathe. Do some breathing exercises. Bring God into your respiratory system so that he can do his great work through you. So, okay, bye.